Welcome back to this YouTube tutorial series on implementing a recursive distance parser calculator in Python. And in today's video, we're going to be going over a quick bug that I found that is extremely detrimental to our parser. So to begin with, here I have a test file where I'm simply going to loop over input. I make our parser object. We get our input from standard input. We exit the loop on queue or quit. Then we tokenize the input if it's not queue or quit. Then we parse the tokens, getting the value from our input. And then if our value is none, then we continue the loop, else we print the value out. And the value is none only on an error or a variable assignment. So here I'm going to give a short example. We're going to say 3 minus 5. This is -2. Now we're going to assign x equal to 5. So there we continued the loop because our value was none. And what I'm going to do now is say 3 minus x. This should be equivalent to saying 3 minus 5. However, we're getting an error. We're expecting a number. And so if we go back to our parser file here we have the T1 function, which is responsible for the first level precedence of our grammar, which this function takes care of addition and subtraction. So what we do here is we get the left-hand side of the operand, and that is denoted by previous. Then we make sure to see, is this an operand 1, which is addition or subtraction, and then we need to get the right-hand side of the operation. However, unfortunately, when we added variables, I forgot to update this. So right now we're only expecting numbers, not variables. So to fix this, we're simply going to say or token.token equals ID, where ID represents a variable. So now we're going to accept variables and numbers. So now let's actually rerun this. We're going to save, stop, rerun. X is equal to 5. 3 minus 5 is -2. 3 minus x, -2. There we go. So this was a short little simple fix, and hopefully this hasn't caused you guys much trouble as to why things might not be working for variables. So as to my notice, this is the only function that does not contain the ID. So T2 contains ID, factor contains ID, final contains ID, and T3, wherever that is at, also contains ID. So it looks like T1 is the only one that was not updated by accident. So this is a short little video on fixing the parser, and so hopefully this relieves any kind of problems you guys are having. So stay tuned for future videos.